On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Obsess.
To fill the mind of someone continually so that one can't think of anything else.
Examples:
Obsess over her weight. He is obsessed with the fear. He's utterly obsessed with his promotion.
Cram.
To force or try to fit a large amount of information into a short time, especially in preparation for an examination. To force or try to fit a large amount of something into a small space.
Examples:
Cram more circuits into chips. Cram 5 people into a car. She had to cram for the final exam and stayed up all night studying.
Gratification.
The feeling of being pleased or satisfied as a result of achieving something or having something you want.
Examples:
Instant gratification. Aesthetic gratification. The gratification of completing a difficult task is a great feeling.
Starve.
To suffer or die from lack of food, to cause someone or something to suffer or die from lack of food, to deprive something of necessary nourishment or sustenance.
Examples:
Starve for a victory. Starve to death. If you don't eat soon, you're going to starve.
Salute.
To show respect or recognition for someone or something, often by making a gesture or performing an action, to greet or acknowledge someone in a formal or ceremonious way.
Examples:
Salute to the flag. Salute him in military fashion. The soldiers stood at attention to salute their commanding officer.
Amuse.
To entertain or divert the mind, to make someone laugh.
Examples:
Amuse a baby with a rattle. Amuse guests. He amused himself by playing video games during his free time.
Headlong.
With great speed or force, in a rush or without caution.
Examples:
Continue headlong into a risky business. Fall headlong. He stumbled headlong down the stairs, tumbling to the bottom.
Roadrunner.
A bird belonging to the cuckoo family, commonly found in arid regions of North America, known for its rapid running ability.
Examples:
Elusive roadrunner. Desert roadrunner. I spotted a roadrunner chasing after a lizard in the desert.
Marinade.
A liquid mixture of herbs, spices, oil, and vinegar or citrus juice used to flavor and tenderize meat or fish before cooking, a soaking or immersion in this mixture.
Examples:
Marinade sauce. Marinade meat. I love to use a citrus-based marinade for seafood dishes.
Burnout.
The state of being exceedingly exhausted or unwell, either physically or mentally, as a result of overworking.
Examples:
Burnout syndrome. Mental burnout. He suffered from job burnout because of hard work.
Tranquility.
A state of calmness or peacefulness, absence of agitation, disturbance, or turbulence, a peaceful or serene environment.
Examples:
The tranquility of the environment. Feeling of tranquility. She found tranquility by meditating in the garden.
Bedtime.
The time at which a person typically goes to bed and prepares to sleep, the period just before bedtime, which may involve routines or activities that are intended to promote relaxation or sleepiness.
Examples:
Bedtime meditation. Regular bedtime. Reading bedtime stories can help children relax and fall asleep faster.
Quarrel.
An argument or dispute between two or more people.
Examples:
Family quarrel. Heated quarrel. The two friends had a minor quarrel, but quickly made up and resumed their conversation.
Gladiator.
A person who fought in ancient Rome's public contests, typically armed with weapons and wearing armor to entertain audiences.
Examples:
Act like a gladiator. The Christian gladiator. The gladiators' training regimen included physical conditioning, weapons training, and strategy.
Wince.
To make a slight involuntary grimace or shrinking movement due to pain, distress, or embarrassment. Noun, a facial expression or bodily gesture of pain, discomfort, or embarrassment in response to an unpleasant or unwelcome stimulus.
Examples:
Wince at the sound. A slight wince. He winced as he saw his favorite vase fall and shatter on the ground.
Reflex.
An automatic and unthinking response to a particular stimulus, a physical reaction to external stimuli.
Examples:
Reflex test. Knee reflex. My leg kicked involuntarily when the doctor tapped my knee with the reflex hammer.
Hallelujah.
An exclamation of praise or thanksgiving, particularly in religious contexts, a song or composition expressing such praise or worship.
Examples:
Hallelujah chorus. Hallelujah moment. The choir ended the performance with a powerful hallelujah.
Urbanization.
The process of population growth and physical expansion of cities, often involving increased migration from rural areas and the development of urban infrastructure and culture.
Examples:
Urbanization process. Non-urbanization area. Rapid urbanization has led to many environmental and social issues in cities.
Consumerism.
A cultural and economic ideology that places a high value on the consumption and acquisition of goods and services, often associating personal identity or success with material possessions.
Examples:
Anti-consumerism movement, global consumerism. The rise of consumerism has led to an increase in wastefulness and environmental damage.
Nub.
The central and most important point or core, a small, pointed piece or protuberance.
Examples:
Get to the nub. The nub of the bone. The nub of the problem was that no one knew how to fix the software glitch.
Unhurried.
Not feeling rushed.
Examples:
Unhurried pace. Unhurried lifestyle. She took an unhurried walk through the park, enjoying the peaceful surroundings.
Incidentally.
By the way, as an aside or in passing.
Examples:
Incidentally discovered. Incidentally mentioned. Incidentally, I know the answer to that question.
Mindset.
The established set of attitudes or fixed ideas held by someone.
Examples:
Flexible mindset. The mindset in an education system. Countries whose goal is economic development often focus on fostering an entrepreneurial mindset in each individual.
Backlash.
A strong negative reaction to something, a movement back from an impact.
Examples:
Political backlash. The backlash from the community. The company faced a backlash from customers after the recall.
Unthinkable.
Too unlikely or shocking to imagine or accept.
Examples:
An unthinkable coincidence. In unthinkable trouble. That accident was something unthinkable with my long experience.
Cauldron.
A large metal pot or kettle used for cooking or boiling liquids, often associated with witches or magic in folklore or mythology.
Examples:
Steaming cauldron. Cauldron of soup. The witch stirred her bubbling cauldron filled with mysterious ingredients.
Decelerate.
To slow down or reduce the speed of something, to decrease in speed.
Examples:
Decelerate slowly. Decelerate approach. The driver had to decelerate quickly to avoid hitting the red light.
Hypocrisy.
The practice of engaging in the same behavior or activity for which one criticizes another, or the practice of claiming to have moral standards or beliefs to which one's behavior does not conform.
Examples:
Without hypocrisy. Self-serving hypocrisy. The commentaries often criticized the government's political hypocrisy.
Cultivate.
To prepare and foster land for growing crops or plants.
Examples:
Cultivate a field. Cultivate relationships. University is a great place to cultivate our minds and expertise.
Renaissance.
A new growth in activity or enthusiasm in anything, particularly art, literature, or music.
Examples:
Artistic Renaissance. Industrial Renaissance. Folk music is now experiencing a renaissance.
Rethink.
To consider again a plan, idea, etc., especially to change it.
Examples:
Rethink a marketing plan. Rethink the role of the manager. We have to rethink our company's product lineup for further growth.
Medicinal.
Of or relating to the treatment or cure of disease.
Examples:
Medicinal chemistry. Traditional medicinal. The medicinal properties of this herb have been known to help with various ailments.
Disillusion.
To disappoint someone or something because you found that something you believed in or hoped for was not as it seemed.
Examples:
Disillusion the young. Disillusion him about reality. She felt disillusioned with the management and decided to leave.
Mentality.
The characteristic way of thinking or mindset of an individual or group, the mental attitude or outlook that influences behavior, choices, and opinions.
Examples:
Criminal mentality. Self-improvement mentality. Her positive mentality helped her overcome challenges and achieve her goals.
Enema.
A medical procedure in which a liquid solution is introduced into the rectum or colon to cleanse, lubricate, or administer medication, often used as a treatment or a means of preparing for certain medical procedures.
Examples:
Medical enema. Saline enema. Before the surgery, the patient was instructed to undergo a cleansing enema.
Acupuncture.
A traditional Chinese medical practice that involves inserting thin needles into specific points on the body to stimulate energy flow and promote healing, a form of alternative medicine.
Examples:
Acupuncture for anxiety. Acupuncture treatment. The acupuncture needles are very thin and are not painful to insert.
Pun.
A humorous play on words or use of words that sound similar but have different meanings, often for a comedic effect, a form of wordplay.
Examples:
Witty pun. Silly pun. The comedian's pun had the audience laughing out loud. Build up. The accumulation or increase of something over time.
Examples:
Lactic acid buildup. Huge military buildup. The buildup of stress over time can lead to health problems.
Eloquent.
Able to speak or write clearly and impressively.
Examples:
An eloquent speaker. Eloquent writing. She gave an eloquent speech at the graduation ceremony.
Sting.
To cause a sharp, painful sensation or injury with a poison, venom, or other substance or by a physical action, such as a bite or prick.
Examples:
Sting me on the arm. Sting his face. Bees sting as a defense mechanism when they feel threatened.
Improvisation.
The act of making something up on the spot or creating or performing something without preparation.
Examples:
Improvisation on stage. Jazz improvisation. He created a beautiful piece of music using only improvisation.
Workaholic.
A person who is addicted to work, a person who works excessively.
Examples:
Workaholic habits. Self-proclaimed workaholic. The company's founder was a notorious workaholic who spent every waking hour building the business.
Weep.
To cry tears because of sadness, rage, or pain.
Examples:
Weep bitter tears. Weep for joy. I'm easily moved to tears, so I would weep in sympathy if I saw that movie.
Envy.
To experience a feeling of jealousy or resentment towards someone because of their possessions, qualities, or achievements. To desire to have something that someone else has. Noun, a feeling of resentment or jealousy towards someone else's perceived advantage or success.
Examples:
Envy his success. Feeling envy toward him. I can't help but envy my friend's ability to stay calm in stressful situations.
Unplug.
To disconnect the plug of electrical equipment from the electricity supply.
Examples:
Unplug the power cord. Unplug a USB stick. Please unplug the heater before you go to bed.
Recharge.
To restore the energy or power of something by supplying it with more energy or power. To refresh or renew oneself by rest or sleep.
Examples:
Recharge brain and body. Recharge energy. He needed to recharge his phone before the meeting.
Overwork.
To work excessively hard or too much, the condition of working excessively or beyond one's capacity, leading to fatigue, stress, and illness.
Examples:
Die from overwork. Overwork to compensate. He overworked himself and ended up getting sick.
Amaze.
To fill with wonder, surprise, or admiration.
Examples:
Amaze and entertain visitors. Amaze everyone. The magician's tricks amazed the audience.
Extracurricular.
Outside the regular curriculum or program of courses.
Examples:
Extracurricular study. Extracurricular club. He was heavily involved in extracurricular activities and was president of the debate club.
Conceive.
To have or develop an idea, a plan, etc. in mind, to become pregnant.
Examples:
Conceive of an idea. Conceive a child. I can't conceive he'd want to harm us.
Heart-rending.
Causing great sadness or distress, deeply touching or emotional.
Examples:
Heartrending tragedy. A heartrending sight. The heartrending story of the refugees touched the hearts of many people.
Hover.
To stay in one place in the air.
Examples:
Hover between life and death. Hover around the table. Two birds were hovering overhead.
Plead.
To make a serious and urgent request or appeal, especially for help or mercy.
Examples:
Plead for mercy. Plead a political cause. He pleaded with the authorities to release his son, who had been wrongly accused.
Throttle.
To control or restrict the flow or speed of something, such as an engine or a person's actions. To strangle or choke someone or something. Noun, a mechanism or device that controls the flow of fuel or power to an engine, regulating its speed or power output.
Examples:
Throttle down economic growth. Go full throttle. The driver had to throttle the car to climb the steep hill quickly.
Treadmill.
A piece of exercise equipment consisting of a moving belt on which the user walks, jogs, or runs in place, a monotonous, repetitive task or activity that feels like it is going nowhere, much like a person walking on a treadmill.
Examples:
Treadmill workout. Non-stop treadmill. I like to watch TV while running on the treadmill to pass the time. Decompress. To reduce the pressure or tension on something or someone.
Examples:
Decompress data. Decompress an archive file. She decompressed after a long day at work with a yoga class. Headmaster. The chief administrator or principal of a school or educational institution, typically in charge of its daily operation and management. Examples: Headmaster position. Former headmaster. The school's headmaster announced the cancellation of classes due to inclement weather.
Hothouse.
A heated and artificially controlled environment used for the cultivation of plants or the raising of animals, a place of intense activity or pressure. Verb, to push or force its rapid growth or development, typically in a controlled or intensely managed environment.
Examples:
hothouse economy, tropical hothouse. The plants in the hothouse require special care and attention.
Caliber.
A level of excellence or worth of someone or something, diameter of a tube or gun barrel.
Examples:
high caliber executive, the caliber of a vein. The student's caliber has improved from mediocre to above average.
Ivy.
An evergreen climbing or ground creeping woody plant that often grows up trees or buildings.
Examples:
poison ivy, ivy plant. The overgrown ivy cleaved to the ruined castle walls.
Savor.
To enjoy or appreciate something fully, to relish or delight in something delicious or enjoyable, to preserve or season with a savory flavor.
Examples:
savor the moment, savor the taste. I always like to savor a good cup of coffee in the morning.
Exclamation.
A sudden outcry or shout, especially one expressing strong emotion.
Examples:
an exclamation of surprise, exclamation mark. Her sudden exclamation drew everyone's attention.
Sham.
Something that is not as good or true as it seems to be and is intended to deceive people, a person who pretends to be something they are not.
Examples:
a sham battle, turn out to be all sham. The data he prepared was completely sham.
Adrenaline.
Also epinephrine, a substance secreted by the adrenal medulla in response to stress, which makes the heart beat faster and prepares the body to react to danger.
Examples:
adrenaline receptor, adrenaline addiction. The band has released a lot of adrenaline-pumping rock music.
Metaphysics.
The branch of philosophy that deals with the fundamental nature and the first principles of reality, including abstract concepts such as being, knowing, identity, time, and space.
Examples:
metaphysics study, the nature of metaphysics. Kant's thoughts provided the foundational ideas for treating metaphysics as a discipline.
Distract.
To draw someone's attention away from what they are trying to do.
Examples:
distract attention from the real issue. Distract public opinion. Please don't distract me while I'm studying.
Byword.
A word or phrase that has become widely known and recognized as a symbol of a particular quality or characteristic. A person who is widely known for a particular trait or characteristic.
Examples:
The byword in the industry. Byword for luxury. The company's exceptional customer service has become a byword for excellence.
Slacker.
A person who is lazy or avoids work and responsibilities, someone who lacks motivation or ambition.
Examples:
Office slacker. Unproductive slacker. The boss was frustrated with the slacker employees who needed to catch up on their work.
Synonymous.
Having the same or a similar meaning as another word or phrase.
Examples:
Synonymous terms. Non-synonymous mutation. The phrase big shot and important person are synonymous.
Uplift.
The process of raising land to a higher elevation, or the result of this process. Verb, fill with high spirits.
Examples:
Uplift mountains. Uplift my spirit. The uplift in the stock market has been a relief to investors.
Brigade.
A military unit typically consisting of several battalions, usually commanded by a brigadier general, a group of people organized for a particular purpose or activity.
Examples:
Brigade commander. Rescue brigade. The culinary brigade prepared a delicious meal for the guests at the banquet.
Gusto.
Enthusiasm or energy in doing something.
Examples:
Eat with gusto. Go for the gusto. He tackled his work with gusto and was always full of energy.
Verge.
The point at which something is about to happen or where something begins, the edge or margin of something, particularly a physical boundary or border.
Examples:
Verge of bankruptcy. On the verge of tears. He stood on the verge of a major discovery.
Resound.
To make a loud, deep sound that echoes.
Examples:
Resound with his fame. Resound in an enclosure. The sound of the drums resounded through the concert hall.
Rehabilitate.
To restore to good health or physical condition. To help someone return to a normal life, especially after a period of illness, addiction, or imprisonment.
Examples:
Rehabilitate prisoners. Rehabilitate wildlife. The organization works to rehabilitate drug addicts and help them rebuild their lives.
Squash.
To forcefully crush or flatten something, to suppress, stifle, or defeat an idea or opposition forcefully.
Examples:
Squash a package. Squash a rebellion. I like to squash my grapes when making homemade wine.
Tortoise.
A slow-moving, herbivorous reptile characterized by a hard shell that protects its body. Many species of tortoise are long-lived and have lifespans of over 100 years.
Examples:
Giant tortoise. Tortoise shell. The Galapagos tortoise is a fascinating creature with a long lifespan.
Gratuitous.
Given or done without charge or payment.
Examples:
Render gratuitous service. Gratuitous insult. The gratuitous violence in the movie was unnecessary and disturbing.
Chariot.
A two-wheeled horse-drawn battle vehicle used in ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome for warfare and racing.
Examples:
Chariot builder. Chariot race. The ancient Romans enjoyed spectating chariot races.
Upshot.
The outcome or consequence of something, especially a complex or lengthy process or event, the result or conclusion that is reached.
Examples:
In the upshot. The upshot of the research. The upshot of the meeting was that the project would be delayed by a few months.
Litmus.
A type of paper or solution used to test the acidity or basicity of a substance, typically by changing color when exposed to an acidic or basic solution.
Examples:
Litmus solution. Litmus paper. The litmus test revealed that the substance was acidic.
Dread.
To be very afraid of or worried about something that is going to happen or that might happen.
Examples:
Dread failure. Dread getting old. We all dread to think about what will happen if the company goes bankrupt.
Cherish.
To hold someone or something dear, to feel or show affection for someone or something.
Examples:
Cherish a stuffed animal. Cherish relationships. She cherished the memories of her childhood.
Downstairs.
On or to a lower or ground floor of a building.
Examples:
Creep downstairs. Escort him downstairs. Please get the desk downstairs.
Staple.
Important, basic, or essential to something or someone, forming an integral part of a particular diet or industry.
Examples:
Staple commodities. Staple ingredient. Rice is a staple food in many Asian countries.